everyone, this is RRW 12 here at RRW Studios and RRW 12 Plays, and today we are continuing our adventures with Stryder on Star Trek Online. I've advanced her up a little bit. She's almost a captain. I haven't actually played the storyline. I've just been doing like event stuff, just to level her up to get to some new abilities, so that way it's a little more fun to play. As you can also see in the background, she's no longer using that old Star Trek, the original series Warbird, the Tillis class Warbird. She is now using a Vulcan T'Pau scout ship. And the reason why she's using this ship is because she has allied with the Federation. And it makes sense that if you're going to be allied with the Federation, you should get a ship associated with the Federation, at least right now. The Romulan Republic is still starting out. It's scraping by and taking whatever it can get. And the Vulcans have offered their ship to Stryder. So she is replacing her older ship with the T'Pau class, which the class itself is technically older than the Tillis class, if I remember correctly. But the ship has been heavily upgraded because the Vulcans still use the same designs that they've been using for over 200 years because they're reliable. So yeah, in the last episode, we were at a conference at Kittimer, and we were trying to negotiate some sort of like agreement with both the Federation and the Klingons. And the Tal Shiar didn't like that. So they crashed the party and attempted to bomb the entire thing and make it look like the Romulan Republic was not to be trusted. That way we'd be easy pickings because we wouldn't have any allies. But unfortunately for them, they failed. And our commander, Tamer, sacrificed himself to save the Romulan ambassador, which proved to the, or not the Romulan ambassador, the Klingon ambassador, and that proved to the Klingons that Romulans could be honorable, because, you know, the Klingons are always mistrusting and they think that we're always scheming and whatnot. Tamer gave him his life to protect the conference, and both the Federation and the Klingons threw their back behind the Romulan Republic. So the Tal Shiar literally did the opposite of what they were going for. Yeah. So now, with our new ship, let's get started. I'm kind of doing a little role play here and saying that the Romulan Republic has outfitted the Accipiter, I think I named the ship. Yeah, Accipiter, which is Latin for a specific type of bird of prey. I believe it's like an owl or something along those lines. I forget exactly what. I looked it up, and that's how I came up with the name. But I thought it was fitting for a small little ship that was going to be serving with the Romulans with, you know, in the Romulan fleet, to be named after a bird of prey or warbird. I've also equipped it with this little module here, the Hull Image Refractor, which will temporarily cloak it and allow it to repair itself. I have another cloaking device that I can throw onto it once I get to Sub-Admiral 1. But yeah, so I'm going with a little role play here and saying that the cloaking device overloads this ship so it can only stay cloaked for a short period of time.
Greetings. I am taking over as your liaison with the Romulan Republic since Tamer is no longer with us. You have proven yourself and earned the respect of your fellow Romulans. A contact from our new allies would like to speak with you. Return to the flotilla. Time is short. What do you need of me?
Jolene True, Sub-Commander.
I'm glad that you're settled into your new ship, as we can't waste any time. We've received word that the miners on Beta Thoradar have spotted Nausicaan pirates near their system. The pirates haven't bothered to attack the mining installation, but it's only a matter of time. and they're likely to go after freighter traffic in the area. Beta Thoradar is an unremarkable system, but there's a small Republic colony there that mines heavy metals necessary for ship construction. I need you to take your new ship to the Beta Thoradar system and patrol the area. Just let everyone know that the Republic is watching.
Acknowledged.
You've arrived at the perfect time. Our satellites have picked up several Nausican ships in and near the system. They seem to be pirates, bent on harassing freighters. I'm concerned about the possibility of the pirates deciding to beam down and ransack our home. The planets in this system are not particularly habitable, so we're limited to several small underground facilities. It wouldn't be hard for them to send a contingent of troops and take control of our mining operation. Obviously, if this keeps up, we won't have any trade, which will force us to close down this operation and evacuate.
A show of the Republic's resolve may be enough to dissuade the pirates. We'll take care of this. Ugh, Siphon Scouts. I don't think so. This little scout ship knows what it's doing.
In range. This is the freighter Xylan. We've taken heavy damage from Nausican pirates. We need immediate assistance. Repeat, we need immediate assistance.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shield has
Scout ship was capable of doing some damage.
Thank you once more for your policing efforts. It'll be a while before we see trouble here again. Speaking of trouble, I thought you might wish to know that freighter, the Xylan, came by to trade for supplies. They claimed to be carrying mostly perishable delectables and trinkets, but their holds had no refrigeration system and registered a great many compact power signatures.
Interesting. You think they were smuggling weapons?
The freighter manifest indicated that they had recently come from the Chaltok system. There's a small Iridian colony there. You might be able to find answers if you find out who's supplying them.
Thank you for your information. I'll bring it up with Republic Command. We're ready to depart on your orders, Sub-Commander. We should definitely report this to Sub-Commander Nadell. I 100% agree with you, Tobin.
Odd. None of the colonies in contact with the Republic should be involved in weapons dealing. I will make a few inquiries. You may want to take your new ship over to the Chaltok system, in case we need additional investigating done. Greetings. I have a new mission for you on behalf of the Republic. We have traced the Iridian freighter you rescued back to the Chaltok system. Years ago, the Chaltok system held a Romulan research facility studying polaric energy. It was nearly destroyed in a polaric energy explosion. Since then, a colony of Iridians has settled on the planet. Recently, it has become a hotbed of strife. This isn't the first incident we've had with the colony, and we suspect weapons smuggling is occurring. We have heard rumors of one weapons dealer in particular on Chaltok, a Riemann. We'd like to make sure that none of the weapons there are going to be turned against New Romulus. We need you to travel to the Chaltok system and investigate these allegations.
Sub-Commander, we have visual on the enemy ships, but they don't see us. We can try to open a hailing frequency to them, or we can launch a preemptive strike. You should know, however, that any attempt at diplomacy will give them time to alert other patrols in the area to our presence. Your orders? Hirogen. Yeah, we'll hail them. We're not ones that launch preemptive strikes. We're not the Empire. We're not the Tal Shiar. Hail them. Hailing frequencies open, sir. No response yet. They may be waiting to strike, or they may respawn when we get closer.
Finally, some proper sport. These scavengers have hardly been worth our time. But a ship like yours, that is a fine prize. Power up your weapons and engines. Make this a proper hunt. I'd rather not have to tolerate the endless yammering of your Federation allies.
I'm here about the colony. We know you're getting weapons from them.
Why would we need the worthless weapons of our cowardly prey? Your Federation masters have sent you on a fool's errand.
We can still end this peacefully.
Listen to the prey prattle on about peace. How like your Federation masters you have become. You will find the peace you seek in death. Let the hunt begin.
Red alert! You don't stay between us. Incoming! Ships nearby. We'll need to deal with them before we bring them down. inside this ship is like fighting inside a starfighter. It's so agile. The area around the planet is secure, sir. Dropping into standard orbit. Sensors have picked up an area near a colony site on the surface that's being blocked from our scans. They're definitely hiding something. We'll beam you down as close to that area, but if I were you, I'd expect some sort of trap. Sub-Commander, we're getting a better read on the colony now that we're on the ground. The colony seems to be primarily made up of Uridians. We're still not able to detect any weapons, but our sensors are still being jammed by something here on the ground. Our best option will be to speak to the colonists for more information. Well, why don't we do that? These guys don't seem very healthy.
Another refugee of Romulus. Welcome. I am the leader of this small band. You may call me Lortrix. I assume you were behind destroying those Hirogen ships around the planet. We're all very thankful for that. The Hirogen have been bothering us for quite some time. I would hate to think what would have happened if you didn't arrive when you did.
What do you do at this colony?
We mainly supply merchant ships with various minerals, and we have a small ore refining operation. It's not much, but it keeps us alive. The Hirogen have been harassing us for quite some time, unfortunately. They want to use our facility to manufacture weapons. You and I both know what will come of that. And no one here wants to get involved in someone else's war. You understand, don't you?
I believe you, Lortrix. The colony seems safe. It's probably anything but safe, but we'll see.
That is a relief. Look, why don't I show you around our colony, just to relieve any lingering doubts? I would love to establish a better relationship with you and the Romulan Republic. I hoped our location would allow us to remain neutral, but it doesn't seem like that is possible anymore, does it? Talking to my chief engineer would be a good place for you to start.
Hello. I'm the chief engineer around here. This colony is barely holding together. At night, I can hear the creaks and sparks of instruments as they crack in the cold. We need supplies. Good quality Federation supplies. Our replicator is barely working, and the heat systems are spotty at best. All of our energy goes toward keeping our mining equipment up to date. Still, I would much rather be here than out there in the war, and I do hope you're here to ensure it stays that way.
I am. Don't worry. You wouldn't happen to have met a woman named Rina Kev, have you?
It's okay. You don't have to keep asking. I appreciate your help on Gasco and the Suliban Helix, but Rina is gone. I need to accept that and move on. How far have we gone only to find no sign of her? It'd be better if I just learned to live with the loss, instead of chasing a foolish dream. Let's keep moving.
I won't stop searching, Tovin. I promise. Something's going to pop up. Something fishy is going to appear. What did I say? That's something I can do. I knew there had to have been something. If there was a tactical and a science, there had to be an engineering somewhere. Alright, so who are you?
What do you want? I'm not bothering anyone, I swear.
You're acting awfully suspicious for someone not bothering anyone.
I'm sorry. Look, they told me to send a message when you were done scanning the cargo. I don't know anything. I don't know why they told me that. All I know is that I see people using the consoles nearby. That's it.
Don't cause any more trouble. So what do we have here?
Unlock failed.
Huh. Sub-Commander, that camera looks rickety. You should be able to disrupt its circuitry with your tricorder. Try this again. Tricorder scans are picking up heavy concentrations of electromagnetic and gamma radiation in the southeast of our location. According to this computer, the colony buildings in that area are residential. I find that unlikely. The amount of radiation I'm detecting would be unhealthy for most species. They're hiding something. Well, we'll check it out. Prepare yourselves. I wonder what this Romulan has to say for himself. That's a lot of torpedoes. Shipping manifests. The colonists are supplying weapons to the Hirogen. They're receiving weapons from other colonies scattered across the neutral zone and across the entire sector. And this preset targeting information, some of these weapons could be used against Romulan-friendly targets. My tricorder just registered an odd low-band subspace signal. I think accessing this computer may have triggered something. Lortrix lied to us.
We have them trapped in the warehouse.
Excellent. Activate the transport inhibitors to stop them from beaming out.
Very well. Do you have any further orders?
Just stay out of our way while we subdue the prey.
You... We can't beam out. They have transport inhibitors. Time to talk to... Hello. That's enough of you guys. Well, it's certainly a good thing that I managed to repair that turret. you all quite done? Consoles are locked. Looks like we'll have to destroy them.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Note yourself, don't stand that close. Alright, Lord Trix, you and I have got a bone to pick with each other. Huh. Alright, you and I are gonna have a long chat.
You're good. Very good. But do you think this will change anything? I spit on you and the Republic. Traitors to your own people. To die like this.
Why are you doing this?
You terrorists. You care nothing for the common people. The Talshar, they protect us, make us stronger. You either choose a side, or you die. Surrounded by the dogs of war. Supported by no one. Even in death, I stand by my choice. Leave me to die.
I don't think so. Sorry, buddy. Commander, a situation is developing. We're tracking multiple enemy ships on approach at high warp and estimate that they'll be in the system in a few minutes. For your safety, we'd like to request that you transport to the bridge immediately. I think we're done here. And yes, Dorat is a Cardassian. I figured hiring a Cardassian mercenary would be good to assist me in my tactical watch. Sub-Commander, the incoming fleet will be on us at any moment. Reinforcements will be here shortly, but not before we're under attack. There's a deactivated turret nearby. We could load it and use it to help us until the reinforcements arrive. Here they come! Is that it? Constitution class, huh? Didn't stand a chance.
I've got to say, you Romulans sure know how to throw a party. I haven't felt a rush like that in quite some time. Finish up anything here and warp out. I'll check back with command. Don't take too long, or I might take some of the credit for myself.
Understood.
When you tripped our monitoring program, the Star Empire sent me to investigate. Our intel said you were part of the terrorist cell on Veranot, but your actions here suggest otherwise. I'm here to make you an offer. Renounce your terrorist allies and come with me and fight for the glory of the Romulan Star Empire. I am authorized to grant you amnesty for your past crimes if you agree to serve the Empire again. If you agree, we would like you to remain within Ditan's terrorist cell for the time being. He trusts you. The intel you could gather would be very valuable. The Empire rewards its loyal children well, but it also punishes its enemies. Consider your decision carefully.
Why have you been watching me?
Charva. You can't trust her. I know her too well for that. We grew up together. I was her friend. But that's all over. It ended the day she joined the Tal Shiar.
Why are the Tal Shiar watching me?
Tovan Kev is with you. I should have known. You're one of us, a child of a lost world. The Tal Shiar keeps a close eye on this colony. When you started poking around in the weapons facility on Chaltok, you tripped one of our security programs. You saw what happened to Lortrix. He sacrificed his heritage, his life, for what? To take orders from the Hirogen? I can't begin to fathom that, throwing away everything in exchange for something so small. I'm here to make sure you do not do the same.
I have no reason to trust what you say.
You don't understand yet, but you will. The Romulan Republic is a terrorist organization. Ditan and his followers are inciting Romulans and Remans to take up arms against the legitimate government of the Romulan Star Empire. Think about it. The military and the Tal Shiar are the only means of guaranteeing security for those of us who survived the destruction. The military has the ships and the manpower. The Tal Shiar has the information and the intelligence network. This new homeworld Ditan wants is an illusion. Why start over in contested space near the Federation and the Klingon Empire? Why would Ditan choose a system in such a turbulent and dangerous area unless he knew he could guarantee they wouldn't risk attacking him? He certainly isn't going to do that with pretty words.
Ditan is a peaceful man. The Republic has diplomatic ties with the Federation and the Klingon Empire.
Ditan may have you fooled, but don't just take my word for it. See for yourself. Why do you think that Chaltok is shipping weapons? And they're not the only colony world involved in those kinds of operations. You think that this sort of business wasn't going on elsewhere? Perhaps even on Veranot, right under your nose. Ditan's only showing you what he wants you to see. I can show you the things that the Republic is trying to hide. Believe me, or don't. You don't have to trust me. Just trust the evidence. When you are ready to learn more, I'll be ready to show you.
We encountered a Hirogen. I thought they worked for the Tal Shiar.
It's true. The Tal Shiar has employed Hirogen contractors from time to time for certain tasks. But the Hirogen are the Empress's allies, not her slaves. They are free to do what they wish.
I don't trust you, and this conversation is over. Sub-Commander, the ship has gone to warp. The Chief Medical Officer reports that Lortrix didn't make it. He attacked the medical team because they were the enemy. He was sedated for treatment, but he was too far gone. Do you want to talk to Kev? You are Kev. Did you want to talk now about the Tal Shiar? I do.
There's a lot I have to say about Charva. As you may have guessed, we used to be quite close. There's a lot of history between us, but all that's really important is that we went separate ways. She thought that the Tal Shiar could ensure security for our people, and I didn't. It's just bringing up a lot of old feelings.
What do you know about her?
As I mentioned, we have a turbulent past. We grew up together. Once, I thought we might have a future together. Those were in the dark years after the destruction of the homeworld. We survived, but it tore us apart. I just wanted to make a new start. She was convinced that nowhere was safe. She kept talking about working with the military or the Tal Shiar. I argued that the only way we'd be safe was to be able to stand up for ourselves.
What do you think of her claims?
I don't believe Datan is a terrorist. I think he's an idealist who's trying to come to terms with the chaos. Datan would never knowingly sanction violence, especially against innocents. He doesn't even like us fighting the Tal Shiar, although he sees the need. But Datan isn't the only person making decisions in the Republic. Maybe there are some people who see the Republic as their chance to have a little revenge. I don't know. I think Charva is wrong about Datan and the Republic, but that doesn't mean it's outside the bounds of possibility that someone has taken things too far, or has a secret program that Datan doesn't know about. If she knows something that we don't, we should try to find out what it is.
Can we trust her?
Well, Charva's not a bad person. At least she wasn't. But she is misguided. She's turned a blind eye to the excesses of the Tal Shiar, and she probably doesn't even know about most of them. The Tal Shiar are masters of propaganda, after all. I think that anything she tells us is going to be something that the Tal Shiar wants us to hear. We should gather our own evidence and draw our own conclusions.
That's all I need to know. I'm going to report back to Nadell, and then we'll call it good here.
Your findings are distressing. I'll pass this along to Republic Command. As for Charva, I think the best course of action right now is to wait for her next move. If she's really desperate to make her case, she'll contact you again. If she does, keep me informed. Nadell out.
Alrighty, I think I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you for joining me. This was Archive 12, and I shall see you in the next video.